It's a good afternoon from the Kalgoorlie Boulder Racing Club. Great to have our Sky Thoroughbred Central audience on board for the final three races here out of the Goldfields. Hidden Ruby took out the first leg of the traditional quaddie. I have Keshaw Warren with me to find the last three winners. Keshaw, you've been in good form, tipped three of the first four winners. How do you assess this race coming up?
Well, we've got the last three legs. Afternoon to you, Michael, and everyone there at home. A beautiful sunny day, top of 19 degrees. Couldn't ask for much more up here on the Goldfields. Look, I thought it was a more on-pace bias day, and if you're not in the first few on the home corner, you can throw your ticket up. In saying that, I've gone with a bit of a midfielder back marker in race number 5 because there's just so much speed in this upcoming race.
All right, bit of a contradiction there from our man, but we'll see how we go here in race number 5. We'll kick off with the top weight in Duke I Am, prepared by David Smith. Big winner last week, bolted in by 2.5 lengths, and Taj Dyson takes off 1.5 kilos.
Yeah, he sat outside. The leader there, Michael, dashed to the front on the corner and held rivals at bay. And the blinkers did the trick with the top weight, Duke I Am. The claim assist today, drawn well. Look, still only a 3-year-old rising 4, so he's still learning his craft, but can win again.
2, Captain Rogers was runner-up last time out, behind one more for Leo 7 days ago. Drawn the outside here for Ash Grace and Jordan Turner.
Yeah, he's a big horse and walking around quite calm and collective, and has improved at each run since coming across from Victoria. He's definitely building towards a win. Look, where does he get to from gate 10? That's problematical, but Jordan Turner's had a good association with him, riding him at his last 3 starts, so chance.
3, Sendham drops back from a mile to the 1,400 metres. Peter Fernie and Clint Johnston Porter look for another winner on the card.
Yeah, disappointing to mine last start with Sendham. Didn't race genuine at all, but his previous 2 runs were good behind some handy gallopers. 3 weeks between runs back to 1,400, low gate and CJP on. There's a few ticks there, but he's just too short in the market for mine, number 3.
Good money. The 4, Abbou, opened up $11 and is now into $4.20. This has probably been the best backed runner of the race. Mack Hall makes the trip down from Northam, or the trip up from Northam, I should say. Keshaw Dhurun doesn't utilise any of his claim.
Yeah, I can understand why there, MS. Look, the form has been up and down, but 3.5 weeks between runs, and you look at his form, he usually puts in when he draws soft to do no work, like today, gate 2. So he's definitely not out of this, and that's reflected in that market move.
Divulge is the 5 for Paul Tapper and Christy Bennett.
Yeah, last 2 runs haven't been bad at all. He's been able to sit back, ridden cold and allowed to run home. Look, not the worst.
It's been more than 1,000 days since Vancouver Lad's last win. Only 1 win from 28 starts, but there are several people on course that are tipping me this horse today. Helen Harding's the trainer. Michael Poy takes his first ride aboard him.
Yeah, a lot to like from his past 2 starts here. Hitting the line well. He's a strapping looking type, very handsome and very strong looking. Michael Poy goes on. I reckon he's just about ready to fire. Look, the track has it against him. He gets back. If he can be a bit more midfield, handier to them, he might be just about ready to strike. 6, Vancouver Lad.
By Felicia, $34 into 26 for Peter Fernie and Braden Garth.
Yeah, not racing well enough. Runs have been spaced. He can show gate speed, but others with more appeal.
8, Deliberation has the winkers coming off. Unwanted in betting, $8.50 out to $15 for Nev Newton and Lakdar Rumley.
Well, it was a better run last start by Deliberation, behind Dawn Enigma. Decent alley, he drops back in trip, gate 1, so chance at odds.
Horse 9, Rockport Miss, in from $26 to $17. Another runner for Peter Fernie. Tash Faithful aboard this one.
Yeah, doing its preliminary now and just given a little bit of a sprint up. Hasn't showed enough up here, looking elsewhere.
And Big Price, Satanina, first run for Pat Birmingham. Cassie Martin and takes off 2 kilos.
Yeah, like grease lightning out of the gates, this horse. Satanina, very quick. This mare led, capitulated first up here. Jumped straight up to the 1,400, but just can't entertain.
That's the horses for race 5 out of Kalgoorlie. Back here live out of Kalgoorlie for the fifth, the second leg of the quarter. Keshaw, your first four numbers, please.
Yeah, 6 Vancouver Lad on top for mine, each way quote. 3 Sendham, 2 Captain Rogers and 1 Duke I Am. A lot of speed in this, Michael. All possess gate speed, including Duke I Am, Captain Rogers, Abbou, also by Felicia, Deliberation, Satinina. So they're going to go like last week's pay, some can recall. So 6, 3, 2 and 1, and they are moving in.
Yeah, they are. 1 minute of betting time remaining. Expecting Vancouver Lad to get back then and run on?
Well, it's drawn wide, and his last 2 runs, he's been getting back and running home. So he'll have to follow that same pattern. But look, on a leader bias track today, if he can be a little bit more handier to them, ready to strike on the home corner, he's got a really good finish on him.
Did touch $9 at one stage, into $6, and now getting out a touch to $6.50. The favourite is easy. Send him $3.40 out to $3.90. The money with the 1 Duke I Am looking to make it 2 wins in the space of 7 days, $6 into $4.20. Here's Royce Newton for the call of the fifth.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Keshaw. Yes, runners coming forward well here as Duke I Am joins the line, the last start winner. So Captain Rogers to come forward, and Divulge will be the last. The Magic Construction Handicap, send them your favourite at $3.80. Ahead of Duke I Am $4.20 and Captain Rogers $4.60. $6.50 about Vancouver Lad. They're the main chances engaged here. Thanks, Stu. Tab Radio on board now as Divulge comes forward and completes the line. Race number 5 on the card. You'll need Hidden Ruby in the previous to be alive in today's main quaddie. So Divulge looks to have gone forward. The red lights blink away. Beautiful conditions for racing here in Kalgoorlie today. Over at the Hannon's Handicap start, and there we go. The starter sent them on their way. Satinina with early speed, pushing forward Duke I Am and Divulge as well. They were being followed by Deliberation, Abbou out wide, and Send them in that pack as well. A further 2 then to Vancouver Lad with Captain Rogers, who goes well back. Likewise with By Felicia at the tail. So they sort their pattern out with 1,100 metres to run. And it's the last start maiden winner in Duke I Am who shows the way a neck. Now running second, Rockport Miss. Divulge third, Deliberation fourth. Then came Abbou, being followed by the favourites Send them, Satinina, By Felicia, Vancouver Lad and Captain Rogers last, but only 6 lengths covers the field of 10 as they head to the Charles Street side of the course. And it's Duke I Am showing the way by a length, Rockport Miss. They were followed next of all by Divulge, who's 3 wide. Deliberation sneaking through on the fence. Then came Abbou with also Send them, Satinina midfield as well. And then well back to Captain Rogers, who covers up Vancouver Lad, and By Felicia last down on the fence. So on the point of the turn as they come into the straight, it's Duke I Am with a kick. Beats off Rockport Miss for the time being. They were followed by Abbou, then Deliberation looking for room. Down the outside running on Divulge with Send them. In front Duke I Am, Rockport Miss. Here's Abbou out of the pack. It's in front, Duke I Am, Abbou the outside, nothing coming on from the back. It's Abbou who strikes the lead, and Abbou goes on and wins. Second across the line was Duke I Am. They were followed in next of all by Send them, who got going late, then Captain Rogers, followed in by Vancouver Lad, Deliberation. Well back then to Rockport Miss with Divulge, By Felicia and Satinina, one of the last. Number 4, Abbou. With a nice timed run here by Keshaw Dhurun for trainer Mack Hall. Has taken out the Magic Construction Handicap, and number 4, Abbou, hitting the lead at the right time. The back marker's struggling there. There wasn't a lot of speed up in front. In fact, they've run a pretty slow time, 1:24.4. Duke I Am setting a rather slow speed out in front, but nothing took him on. He's held on for second. Third in was the 3. That's Send them, who's got going late, and the 2, Captain Rogers, has finished in 4th. 4, 1, 3 and 2. You needed to be near the top of the page here. And Abbou, who come off a last start 7th at Northam, has bounced back today. Mixed his form a little bit, this 5-year-old, throughout his career, but has now won 3 from 24. Margins coming through 3/4 by a half, and that winning gallop 1:24.4, 35.46 the last sectional. Abbou for Mack Hall, Keshaw Dhurun by Dissident from Uncanny Choice, owned by Mack himself, and also Cape Falls Thoroughbreds, managed by B. Fogarty.
4, 1, 3 and 2. Abbou, well supported at odds as well. $11 was the quote by young trainer Mack Hall, who prepares a boutique stable out of Northam. Sends this horse down and gets the money. Was backed into as short as $4.80, I think it was, the lowest quote. Got out of touch late to $6.50, but still a really good move and ends up winning really well. Won by nearly a length with Keshaw Dhurun aboard, fresh off a stakes victory at Belmont yesterday, getting the job done. Keshaw as an apprentice, his first listed win aboard Goes Two Walks in yesterday's Bovine Stakes. I'm told Mack has sent this horse down and Peter Fernie saddled it up for him, so we're unable to get a word with Mack, but we'll be able to get a word with Keshaw, who has had a very good weekend at the office, bringing up his first stakes win yesterday aboard that horse I mentioned, Goes Two Walks, who I think he's won 4 of the last 6 starts aboard Goes Two Walks, and it was a fantastic result yesterday in the $125,000 listed Bovine Stakes, getting the verdict over Real Danger, the favourite, and has been in a rich vein of form. He claims 1.5 kilos now in the city area. Keshaw doesn't claim here in Kalgoorlie, but he's been able to get the best out of this horse, Abbou. First start for over 300 days, unplaced the last couple. Keshaw had a nice run in transit, and this horse won really well.
Yeah, I get a nice spot. He drew 2, and I speak to Mack this morning, and he said just use the barrier and use the gate and put him on the race, and he will do the race. And if he has a sprint, he will give me a good sprint.
Okay, so Matt came in with a little bit of confidence for this run.
Yeah, he's probably confident because probably draw inside, draw 2, but you know, he just tell me like, probably put him on the race and use your gate, and he will do the rest.
Career best win yesterday in the Bovine Stakes. Any celebrations last night, or a bit of a quietie?
A little bit quiet because I'm riding today, but that's why I'm just nice and quiet, having a good dinner, and yeah, probably next week.
Yes, okay, it's been a good weekend for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Our Sky Thoroughbred Central audience are off to a break.